As we awaken, the boundaries between the world, the self we have known, I am this body mind, I was born in this time, my name is such and such, my life is my collection of memories in this body mind, this thing I call my life. As we awaken, these boundaries begin to break down or become porous. What we might call other lives begin to appear. And often we find they're more extraordinarily real than what we have called my life. All this is very real. It can be easy to confuse some aspects of that process. Probably over the years, I know that I've met at least 8 or 9 Mary Magdalenes, a host of Peters, many Mother Marys. The list goes on. And we shouldn't make too much light of that other than to say that as we begin to sift into the transpersonal, the egoic identity isn't yet sufficiently surrendered. The part of the mind that grabs hold of transpersonal experiences and creates yet another identity out of it. I was Mother Mary. I went through a stage in my own process where this is years after this journey had begun with Jeshua, the alchemy of joining with him, entering into that transpersonal space with him, in which I re-experienced being with him, my incarnation then as a second cousin. But the intimacy with him was so profound that sometimes I would come out and it'd be like I was feeling him from the inside of his experience. Could that be? Oh my God, maybe I was Jeshua. That's how the mind grabs these things. It can take some time to discern and mature in the ability to discern. And there are subtle nuances of difference between another individuated raised journey and one's own. It's kind of a sifting process. This is a little crude analogy, but it'd be like taking a hit of acid and then trying to make sense of it as you're coming back to normal reality, and it can sometimes take years to really make sense of a deeply transpersonal, altered state of consciousness. And yet, at a very deep level, he says something to us here that is it's just the way it is. That life was your very own. An aspect of your true life as the I am, Shemaya, heaven, the offspring of the Father, the one Son, you have lived the lives of all beings. You are living the life of all beings. This is why he often says to us, you have never looked upon another, you see only yourself. You're seeing the patterns of the one self, either caught in a dream of separation with all of its nuances, or to some degree having awakened from that and transcended the ego and the sense of a separate self. Yet the separate self sense doesn't go away. You're not here sitting on this sofa with me. You're over there looking at your computer screen. Yup. And there's a deeper layer of our being that is manifesting exactly this. As the one Son moves to enlighten the separated fragments of creation in which a separate egoic sense of self has arisen to distort and block and veil reality from us. These are not simple things to really describe, but yeah. Now I can look upon Jeshua, and Jeshua is Jeshua, and I am me, and we have this amazing alchemical relationship, and we both know that the one self has manifested both of us to play as creation. So it's not one or the other, it's one and the other is true. I am me, you are you, and you are me, and I am you, and we are one. So gets bandied about, oh, well, only oneness exists. No, that's actually not true. Two-ness also exists. Non-duality is not a denial of two-ness, but the embrace and the play of it in a greater recognition that the one is what creates multiplicity. It loves to show up in unique forms, yet it remains the one.